this is the pseudocode to solve this problem. So first what we're going to do is we are going to create a two-dimensional array for the n cross n matrix. In JavaScript it would be something like array. We use the array dot from constructor method, and what we're going to do is this length we'll keep it as n, and the second param, which is the definition of the elements, where there we are going to again call the constructor method. Same length we are going to set it here as well, and we're going to initialize it with 0. So this is what the first step of this pseudocode is going to be. Then next we're going to loop through every columns of the row and check if the queen can be placed in the given column. So for every row we're gonna do a loop and check if the queen can be placed here. So this can be placed would be something a function which is going to check if the queen can be placed in that particular position. So if I am here, okay, let's change it back to 0. Okay, so what's going to happen is, so let's say I am here, and what this function is going to do is it is going to check if the queen can be placed here. How it is going to check is, it will check if there is any queen in the same column of any of the previous rows. So it will check if the queen, if there is any queen here, if there is any queen here. If it finds any of the queen here, it will return false. And next what it is going to do is it will check the diagonals, and in the diagonals it will only check the upper two diagonals, not the lower two diagonals. So when I'm here, I'm going to check the diagonal on the left hand side of the position and the right hand side of the position. Why we are not going to check the below diagonals is because when we are at this position, we have not placed any queens below this row. We have only placed the queens above this row. So we only need to check the queens, check if the queens are diagonally attacking in the previous rows, not in the below rows. And one more point is, we are only going to check the columns. So we will check if there is a queen here or here, but we are not going to check if there is any queen in the same row. So there will be only 3 checks. One is if the queen is present in the same column of any of the previous rows, and one is like if there are any queens in the diagonal position of this queen in both sides, and the third condition will be on the right hand side. We have to check all the diagonals, not just this one. We have to check this as well. So if the queen is going to be placed here, we will check both of these diagonals, and in this case only this one diagonal. This is what can be placed is gonna do. And if the queen can be placed, make a recursive call to itself to check if the queen can be placed in the next row with the given arrangement of the queens in the previous row. So what this means is, if suppose I am here and I have found a solution, okay, the queen can be placed here. So what I am going to do next is I will make a call to the same function to check if with the given set of configuration of the previous 3 rows, I can place the next queen in any of the this row, the next row. That is what the recursion is going to do. Why we need recursion is, if suppose the queen is with the given set of configuration in the previous 3 rows, I am not able to place the queen in any of the columns of the 4th row, then it will go to the previous column to change the position of the queen and check again if it is possible to put the queen in any of these rows. If it not, then it will go back again. So this is where we need recursion to make recursive call. So this is the third point. And if the queen cannot be placed in the next row, then backtrack by moving the queen to the next column, and so on and so forth. So this is what I explained to you. If the queen is not, we are not able to place the queen in any of the columns in this last row, or any of the rows. It can be this row, it can be this row as well. So what will happen is it will go back to the previous row and it will change the position. It will increase, it will go to the next position of that row and check if the queen can be placed here, and then it will go to the next row and check again if with this set of configuration we can place the queen in any of the next row. So that is what the pseudocode is, and in next video what we're going to do is we will write the helper function to check if the queen can be placed in the column or not. So that is what we're going to do next.